Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff to beating the game. For first time viewers, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It will show just the essentials so that you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. I won't talk about fighting specific enemies unless they're very difficult, but I will show you where to go and what to do. Today we're playing Super Mario World, which is a platformer game released on the Super Nintendo. It's the fourth game in the Mario series and introduces a lot of exploration with secret exits in levels. In this video I'm going to show you how to get all 96 secret exits, which is considered 100%ing the game. So to start off, we're going to talk a bit about controls, and I have a handy reference sheet up here. You can run by holding down the Y button, so if your walk, a normal walk looks like this but the run will be a bit faster, you basically want to hold down the Y button for your entire playthrough of the game. You can jump with the B button down the bottom, or you can do a spin jump, which is a bit stronger. So the difference between the jump and the spin jump will come into play later on as we do our playthrough, but basically the spin jump will be good for killing enemies and you won't get a bounce off them, but if you do a normal jump on an enemy you'll get a bounce. So I'd use normal jumps most of the time and then just use spin jumps if you want to be like breaking blocks or killing enemies or something. So you can break blocks from above if you're big Mario, but sometimes it won't work if you're small Mario, so just keep that in mind. And if you want to break blocks from above, you'll use a spin jump. You can also get Yoshi here, and Yoshi can lick using the run button. You can also get a double jump off Yoshi by jumping and then spin jumping in the air, but you'll lose Yoshi when you do that. Yoshi's really good because it allows you to take another hit of damage. One thing I'll also talk about is the cape power up. You won't get that till the second world, but it's really powerful because basically you can fly up here as Mario. So if you want to do that, you'll hold down the run button and then just basically jump and hold jump, and you get into this flying animation. What you do to fly with the cape is you just keep pushing back on the D-pad, so I'll just keep pushing left every time Mario's nose goes down. There's a bit of skill to getting used to this, but Mario can stay in the air for basically as long as you want. This is a really nice way to pretty much skip any level you're having trouble with, because you can always just fly over it if there's room to do so. There's an item in reserve up the top, so I got a fire flower up the top here, and if you want that item you can just hit the select button and it'll fall down for you. That will automatically come down from the top if you get hit, so just be aware of that and make sure you don't miss it when it falls down. Fire Flower is another good power up. You can just shoot fireballs with the run button, but realistically I'd encourage you to get the cape and hold on to it for as long as you can, because it's a really useful item and pretty much essential for finding some of these secrets. Now a little bit about the map screen in this game. You're going to have a pretty open-ended map of where to go, and as you beat levels the map will open up more. There are a few things to keep your eye out for on the map, like this yellow switch that's already pressed down. That'll make yellow blocks become tangible in the game, and that'll be essential for 100%ing it. And as you can see, this is the first world and we've basically beaten all the levels at this point. Now you'll notice all these circles here are yellow to go into the levels, and that's really important. If I go up to the next world, some of these circles are red. And what red means is that there are multiple exits to the level. So there's the normal exit of this level, which would take you up here to this, but if you find the secret exit in this level, it's going to take you up into this lake. Now this lake one being red means it'll have two exits as well, and actually this level up here has two exits too. So there's a lot of secrets in this Donut Plains world, but we'll see those as we get to them. So 100%ing this game will be getting all the normal exits from the level, but then getting all the secret exits to find all the hidden levels and areas in the overworld map. So let's make a start in this game. I'm going to show you basically where I would go to take the most efficient route through the game, and that'll get you to 100% it by the time we get to the end here. I'm going to speed through this section here, and the first level we're going to take is to the left, because that'll take us up towards the Yellow Switch Palace. I won't be showing the individual levels in this game, but just basically get through them, and I will point out if there's going to be a secret exit or anything like that. Now we finish this level, we're going to move on. Now you would have noticed that gold tape at the end of the level. If you want, you can touch where the tape actually is on the goalpost there and you'll get some stars. Those stars help you go to a bonus level to get an extra life. Basically what we're going to do at this point is go up here and go to the Yellow Switch Palace. This is a very short little level here, and you'll go in and you'll hit this switch. And that basically turns those invisible yellow blocks into visible ones, and you'll be able to get mushrooms when you hit those. But more importantly, they're quite often used as platforms. Now we're going to head into this level here. So given the first island's very linear and has no secret exits, I won't talk too much about it, but I will show you very briefly. We've just beaten that level, we're going to come into this one here. Now as we beat this level, we're going to come up and around the island into a lake level next. Just make sure you're jumping out the water as much as you can here, because you don't want to get stuck down there. And now that we've beat this lake level, we're going to head back up on the island still, and we're into the castle. So there's a castle level to finish off each island here, and they usually have a boss in them. If you want to get behind that grating there, you can hit the B button and Mario will like punch it and go behind it. I will talk briefly about the boss strategy here, because it can be a bit tricky to fight the first time. You're going to basically jump on this dude's head and push him off the platform. The way to beat the boss is getting him into the lava. So as I mentioned before, these levels that have a red circle on them on the map have 2 exits, so we're going to see a double exit in this level here. You'll need to kill this enemy to get the cape, and you can tell whether you'll get the cape from it because the enemy will be like flashing with a red cape. Hold the run button and jump, and we're going to be flying up in this level. This level has a secret area towards the top, so that's why we're going to need the cape here. So we can see I've flown up really high, and you can get higher by hitting the jump button. We're going to fly up here and grab the key and put it into the keyhole there. Now if you have trouble getting that secret exit at all, you can come back once you've hit the green switch, which is actually pretty close to where we are right now, and that'll make finding that exit a bit easier. Next thing we're going to do is just go through this level normally again, because although we found the secret exit, we still have to actually find the normal exit as well to 100% this. Gonna fly past this section here that had that secret exit and into the goalpost. That'll bring us through to the next level on the map. And we're gonna head in here, and this level will have a secret exit as well. Now to get the secret exit in this level, you're gonna get to this section here. A good way to tell you're in the right spot is that green block that isn't there yet. Then we're gonna jump up this pipe on the roof here. Okay, once you're in here, we're gonna go through. And we get to grab this shell in here. So you spin jump into those blocks, make sure you're Big Mario, grab the shell, and we're going to throw it up into that. To grab the shell, you hold down the run button, and to throw it up, you like jump and let go. We then put the key in the keyhole, and that's our secret exit to this level. So the secret exit unlocks the green switch palace, so this is a very short level that we're just going to run through, hit the green switch, and that activates all those green blocks. Now the green blocks are fantastic because they have capes in them, so every time you see a green block you probably want to be grabbing that because capes are like the best power up in the game pretty much. Now we're going to get the normal exit in this level. We did go through that pipe up there before, but instead we're going to be skipping that and just keeping on going to the right. This level's an auto scroller, so it can be pretty slow to do sometimes. And there we go, that's the normal exit to that level. Next level here is the ghost house. It's a bit hard to tell because there's no dot on the map, but this one does have 2 exits here, so let's see the first exit. We're going to turn around here and do a big cape run and jump up this section, and then just run along this wall. That'll bring us down here into a secret exit. So this secret exit brings us to a really good level. It's called the top secret area, just there, and if you go in it, 2 of the boxes have Fireflower power-ups, 2 of the boxes have capes, and then the middle box has Yoshi, so that's really good. So if you ever run out of a cape or run out of power-ups or whatever, go back to top secret area and you can stock up completely in that one visit. So to get the normal exit in the ghost house, we're going to go to the right here through the door, and then we're going to jump up through this section and hit that block. That's a P switch, so grab that, take it through the door, and we'll hit the vine. I guess you didn't really need to take that P switch through the door, but the point is when you go through the door twice, you'll get a vine. And that's our normal exit to the level. Alright, moving on, we're in this level here, Donut Plains 3, and this level just has a standard normal exit, so pretty easy. You can just fly over the whole thing if you want. No secrets to find here, you just go right to win. And there we go. Alright, so after we beat this level, we're going to come to Donut Plains 4, and again, this is a pretty standard level. So if you got the cape, you can just fly over it, no secrets to find here. Alright, so once we're done this level, we're going to unlock the castle level, but I'm not going to go there now. I'm going to take a step back and get some of these secret exits that we missed before. So because this lake stage has a red dot, that means there's 2 exits here. First one I'm going to be showing is just the normal exit through the level. So to get that, all you need to do is just swim completely to the right. You can take this pipe shortcut if you want to, but just keep going right and you'll get through it. You swim faster if you're holding an item, so if you want to grab that P switch there, you can. And there's our normal exit. Normal exit's not too much interesting, it just brings you up to this ghost house here. But if we come back down, we can start getting the secret exit. So let's look at the secret exit to this level. So we're going to swim through, go up this pipe again. But we're going to come out and grab the P switch. So there's the P switch, hold down the run button. You basically want to flick it off here and then hit it. And that'll make these blocks turn into coins, which means you can grab this key and hit the keyhole with it. And that'll unlock a secret passage to the right here, which gets us to another ghost house. Alright, so in the ghost house here, I'm going to show the secret exit first. Basically, to get through this first section, you wait for the little gap in the circle of boos, and then you can get through. And then we're going to get this P switch and just hit it. We hit that middle block to spawn a vine in and climb up that vine to get through to our secret exit area. Now this is going to be a fight, so you just press the run button to grab those blue blocks and you throw it up at the boo. A couple hits and then you're done with this fight. Alright, so getting that secret exit in the ghost house spawns Star Road, and that's a really special area of the game, but we'll see a little bit later. We're going to go back through now and get the normal exit. So again, same start, you go through the circles of boos, go through the door and head left. Now this door frame here, you want to grab a coin or a couple of coins from around it, because we're going to hit that P switch and turn it into solid blocks. Now what you'll see when they're solid blocks is that coin that we grabbed means there wasn't a block on top, it means we can get through, and there's our exit to the ghost house. Alright, now the ghost house opens up this pipe on the right with a little level in it, but we're not going to go there yet. We're actually going to go to Star Road, which I mentioned before. So these Star Worlds have a normal exit and a secret exit, and you do have to get both. The normal exit will only kind of like send you back to where you came from. So it'll be hard to tell if you've got the normal exit just by looking at the map, but if you're missing an exit in this game, then what it probably means is you didn't get the normal one. So that was the secret exit there of Star World 1, and that's just the key in the keyhole, and that opens up Star World 2 for us pretty much. Alright, in Star World 2, I'm just going to grab this little Yoshi to swim faster, and then we're going to head to the right. Secret exit in this level is kind of like underneath the floor, so when you get to the end, you just want to swim down under this section, and you'll get to that secret exit. Alright, Star World 3 is a pretty short level. Basically, you just want to fly up here and put the key in the keyhole, that's it. If you don't have a cape or whatever, you can get up here by killing the cloud enemy and riding his cloud up here. Alright, next up we'll be looking at Star World 4, and I'm just going to be getting the normal exit in this level. Reason being, we need to spawn the red switch and blue switch to make it easy enough to get the secret exit in this level, so we're not quite ready to do that yet. We'll come back to this level later. But as I said, with the Star Worlds, you need to get all the normal exits and all the secret exits, so it's important to do that. Same with Star World here, we're just going to get the normal exit for Star World 3. And if you're missing any exits in your game, basically what I'd recommend is just go back to Star Road and do all the normal exits. Make sure you got all those. So this one here, we're just going to go through the pipe rather than swimming underneath. And then we'll come back to Star World 1, where we're going to get the normal exit as well. So just fall down rather than grabbing the key here, and you should make it through to the normal exit. There we go, through the pipe, and there's our normal exit. Now we're far from done with Star Road, but I am going to take that star and head back here. We'll come back to Star Road later once we've hit more of those switch blocks. We're just going to go into Donut Secret 2, which is this level in here, and there's only one exit, which is the normal exit. So I'm just going to fly to the end of this level and go through as per normal. Alright, once we're done with this secret, we're going to head through this pipe, and that brings us basically back to this castle area we saw before. So we can do this one, which is Morton's Castle. Again, there's only one exit really in this castle, so it's fairly linear and straightforward, but I will show it quickly since it can be a bit tricky. You got this climbing section, you basically just got to wait for the blocks to go back and forth. You can pick up and move these springs, so move them strategically as to where you want them. And then we'll come up and fight the boss. Alright, now this boss, all you need to do is jump on him a few times and you'll win. There we go. Alright, we're going to come into the next area, which is Vanilla Dome, and because this is a red circle, it's going to have a normal exit and a secret exit. Let's have a look. Alright, so we're taking the normal exit here, we're just going to go through to the right. Careful of this one because it falls down, make sure you're using that run button. And there's our normal exit. Alright, next up, we're going to go into this lake, and again this lake has two exits, the normal and the secret exit. So we're going to head up here and jump to the left. You then take the P block through the coins and fall down to this section, and here's our secret exit. You put the key in the keyhole. Now this secret exit unlocks this red switch palace, which is really good. So jump in here and hit the red switches, which will make getting the secret exit in the first level of Vanilla Dome a lot easier. Alright, continuing back on through, we're going back to this first level, and now that we've hit those red switches, this one's going to be a lot easier to get the secret on. So basically, the red switches are here, you just want to jump up them. And yeah, hit that vine and you'll get straight up into the secret exit. Now this secret exit branches us out. You can get like outside and go above Vanilla Dome here, or you can go through normally. It's kind of cool that the game branches out so much. But this level here does have a normal and a secret exit again. So we're going to ride this vine up. Same thing with this vine here. We're going to try and jump through these Koopas and head up here. This will be the normal exit that we're doing. Alright, now we've got the normal exit, we're going to go back and get the secret exit for this level. So again, head back up, ride the vines. And you basically just want to fly up to this pipe here, or you might use this spring if you're having trouble. And that'll be the secret exit. Alright, now we got both exits for this level. We're going to head through this pipe and clear out this top area. This level only has the one exit, so just fly to the right and hit the goalpost. Alright, once you've hit the goalpost here, we're going to go to our next level, but again, this only has one exit. This is a lovely lake level. I'd recommend flying over this one if you can. Alright, and there's our exit. We're going to open this up to a castle level on the top here, or it's more of a fortress actually. You just got to swim through here and get to the end. Alright, into the next room here, and we're just going to get to the boss door. Now, fortresses have kind of a weird boss. It's called Reznor, and you're just going to jump underneath these guys and hit the platforms that they're standing on. But the last one, you usually have to jump from like one of the other Reznor platforms to hit it. So you got to try and be quick with this boss. Alright, now we're done with that fortress. We're going to head up here to Butter Bridge 1. Now, this level is just an auto-scroller, so just play it through and try and get to the end. With these platforms, when you step on one, the other one's going to come up. So just try and strategize with those to make sure you don't fall down. If you didn't have red blocks spawned there, then you might want to go back to Vanilla Dome and try and hit that red switch we hit earlier. Alright, at the end of this auto-scroller, we'll go through the pipe and come to the exit of this section. Alright, we got Butter Bridge 2 now, which again is a pretty straightforward level. You just fly to the right to win. Alright, so basically we've taken the top path out of Vanilla Dome. We're going to get to the castle here, but we don't want to do that. We actually want to come all the way back into Vanilla Dome and clear out those levels we hadn't done before. First thing to do is get the normal exit on this water level, because we only got the secret exit just before. So head up here and then head to the right. You'll remember to get the secret exit. We kind of headed up and left, but you just want to head up and right now, and we'll get through to the end. Alright, moving on, we're going to get to this ghost house up here, and there's only one real exit in this ghost house to worry about. Ghost houses are usually kind of puzzling and confusing, so you got to keep your eye out for that. We'll head through this door. Careful of the green balls. You want to grab this P-switch here, get rid of some of the coins and go through that door. That's how you find the exit. Now, this next level, Vanilla Dome 3, only has one exit, and you basically just have to ride this platform all the way to the end. Alright, once you're at the end of this level, we're going to move on. The next level, once again, only has the one exit, so fairly straightforward here. Just head to the right. Alright, with that level done, we're going to head to the castle of this section. Now you gotta watch out for these enemies, so they'll break the blocks. You want to hit this P switch while there's a coin under the door, because that'll put a block under the door which you can walk on to get through it. You then get through here, and careful of these rising and falling platforms. A reminder, if you got the cape, you can keep the jump button held down to descend slowly, and that'll help with some of the more tricky platforming in this game. So we'll head through here, and you just got to hit the right boss. The boss is the only one that's kind of yellow. The other ones are like blue and fake copies of the boss. There we go. Alright, with the castle done, we're going to head outside. This top half was Butterbridge, but now we're going down to the Cheese Bridge area. I love the names in this game. So this level has one of the hardest to get secret exits. It's past the goalpost, but what you need to do is fly under the goalpost at the end of the level. So kind of maintain your flying height until you get towards the end here, and then you want to drop down when you see me drop down. You want to go under the goalpost without hitting it, and that'll get you past it through to this next area. You get a moon which gives you like 3 1-ups, and then you get this secret exit which takes you downwards. Alright, so with secret exit found in this level, we're heading down, and that's Soda Lake that we're in. Now this level just has the one exit, so no need to look for any secrets here. Little note with those shooty things, they'll tend to go to your height, so you can use that to manipulate where they shoot and dodge them. Alright, after Soda Lake, it takes us to another Star Road entry point. Each later one that you do takes you to like a later bit of the Star Road, but given that we've already cleared out most of Star Road anyway before, we won't really need to do that. We're going to head back to this level, Cheese Bridge, and just take the normal exit. All you need to do there is hit the sign at the end of the level. There we go. Next up we have Cookie Mountain. This one just has the one exit, so fly towards the end of this. Alright, and with Cookie Mountain done, we're back to that castle we saw before. So you can probably see there's like a top path and a bottom path to get to this castle, but as part of 100% we've cleared out both paths and found all the exits that we need. Alright, with the castle pretty much done here, we're going to head into our next section, which is Forest of Illusion. Now, Forest of Illusion has a lot of sections which are pretty confusing to navigate on the map. So lots of like weird secret areas which look like they're going to push you forward and they push you back or loop you around or whatever. It's a pretty fun part of the game. And this first level has 2 exits in it. So we'll come up to this section here and you can grab that key and bring it into the keyhole. If you couldn't cape down there, then after that section there's one of those P balloons which can make you floaty, and you could use that balloon to get into that section with the key and keyhole. We're going to head back into this level here and actually just complete it normally. So that means going past the key section and just continuing on to the right. There we go. Alright, with both exits done for this first level, we're going to head into this lake stage, and this one has 2 exits as well. The secret exit will bring you towards the blue switch, which is going to be the last switch we get, and it's pretty important to get it as early as you can. So we'll head up through this section. Now, if you go left here, you're going to get the key and keyhole. This is the secret exit. And as I said before, this brings us to Blue Switch Palace. So just run to the right here and hit that blue switch. Now that's pretty much all the unlockable switches we can get in the game. So we should be able to find any secret we need to now if we get to a level. We're going to head back through this water level and just head all the way to the right to beat it. Alright, with this water level beaten, we're going to head back out into that forest. So that unlocks this path down here and we'll head into this level. Again, this level has 2 exits to it. So that was a normal exit there, you literally just go to the right. And that opens up the path back to the ghost house. You can probably see right now the level's looping a lot. We'll head into this ghost house here. We will need to come back and get the secret exit at that level we did before, but we'll do that towards the end of the forest. I'm going to head through this door. Grab the P switch and get under this section because there's a blue door here. That brings us up the top here and you can just head to the left and there's our exit. I couldn't tell you if this is the normal exit or the secret exit. It's kind of hard to tell in Forest of Illusion, but that's certainly one of them that we just saw there and it unlocks this level. Alright, coming into this level, this one again is going to have 2 exits to it. So we're going to fly over the level here, and there's our normal exit. That brings us the path to the right, and you have to kind of remember which exits you have and haven't got. So the ghost house, we haven't got the normal exit yet. We're going to have to make sure we go back and get that properly. So take the same route that you did through the ghost house before, head through this door. You want to grab the P-switch, get under these blocks, go left, and you're basically just going to go further to the left now. And that'll get you to the other exit, which has the moon in front of it. Now this exit will unlock the path to the right, which is kind of weird. That's another really easy one to miss if you're 100%ing, because it's not obvious from the map that you haven't got that exit yet. Back in this level now, we're going to find the secret exit. So fly through this section until you get to that pipe there in the air, duck down, and there'll be the key in the keyhole. Alright, that takes us to this level here, and this level is very linear. It's just like an auto-scroller here. Given this level has 1 exit, all you need to do is go right to win. Alright, so heading down, we're going to take a path out of the Forest of Illusion and go to Forest Fortress. So the only real point of going to this fortress is to get to Star Road again. Alright, now that we beat Reznor, we're going to unlock that path to Star Road. So that's just the left here. We're going to go up to Star Road, because now that we have those red blocks, we can get this secret exit in Star World 4, which will be really great. So we're going to fly across here. Keep going until you get to this section and you want to bring a shell with you. Bring that down onto these blocks and we're going to head to the right. You need the shell to kind of like break that block on the ground to get the key out of it. So again with Star Road, make sure you do get the normal exits too, which send you back, even though it won't look like you've got it or not got it on the map. So this is Star World 5 here, kind of like the last one. I'm going to fly up here into this section and that should bring us the secret exit. You can get to this section by hitting the block which spawns like this big trail chain of blocks, but it's much easier to just fly up here. There's our secret exit. Now you might be wondering, what does the secret exit do, given that we can't go left much more, and it unlocks that extra zone there. So I'll talk a bit about that later, but we're just going to head back here and get the normal exit. All you need to get the normal one is just go to the right. So that's the secret one up there. Just head to the right and you'll get to the normal one. There we go. Normal one here will just open up that path to the left and that loops us around sort of the entire Star Road. We're going to head up into this area here and that brings us to these special stages. These have some pretty cool names. This one's called Gnarly. Now these special stages are going to be a few stages which are like really difficult, and when we beat the stages we're going to unlock this bonus feature where the enemies all look different. So they're very well hidden and you'll only really do these stages if you're trying to 100% the game or get those secret cool enemy swaps. Just be aware these stages are pretty difficult to do. So with Gnarly we're just going to fall down here and go through the pipe. You then want to grab this P block, spawn all those in, and you can pretty much just take flight and fly across there. Now a reminder that if you do lose your cape at any point, you can go back to that first Star World pad and get back to Donut Plains, and that'll have that top secret level where you can get the cape again. Alright, we're going to head through this, and you're going to spawn a few P balloons. Just be aware that with the P balloons, you want to like get each one that you can. So there's another one there and you want to grab it so that it refreshes. Otherwise you're definitely going to run out of P balloons before you get across this gap. There's another one under here, another one under here. Given that these levels are pretty complex, I'm going to talk about each of them in a bit of detail because they can be pretty tricky to master. Alright, going through here, you can basically just fly across the whole thing or take the path pretty delicately by hitting the on and off switches to change that path. But there's our exit. Next one we have Awesome. So heading across to the right. And there's our exit. Alright, next we have Groovy. So again, heading to the right here. And the exit's there. We have Mondo this time. You can't really cheese this level by flying over it because there's not enough room to build up speed, so we have to do this one pretty normally. Main issue is the water that's rising up and down, but you can usually kill enemies by hitting the run button to spin with your cape, so keep that in mind. Alright, next up we have Outrageous. So this is a lovely forest level. You just want to fly over everything and go to the right. Last one we have is Funky. This level's a lot of fun. Yeah, at the end of this level they have this big spilling out of coins. It's always a treat to see it. You are a super player. Good fun. And in the Japanese version it just says you are super player. Alright, so we've beaten this. You basically just want to hit that star road to get back, and then all the enemies will be different and the world will be like a different color. It's kind of a cool alternate mode to the game, but only do this if you want the world to look different. We're going to head back to that star road here, and we're going to hit this star pad to get back to the forest and take up where we left off. So now we've done that whole side quest of the star area, we can come back and clean out the rest of these levels. First thing we're going to do is find the secret exit in Forest of Illusion 3, because that'll actually get us out of the forest. You can see here some of these secret exits are absolutely mandatory to beat the game. So heading down this pipe here, make sure you do a spin jump through those blocks and get the key and put it in the keyhole. Then we're done with the forest, apart from this castle here. Alright, with Forest of Illusion done, that's definitely one of the more confusing parts of the game over and done with. So we're going to head into our next world here. Alright, heading down, the first level we have is a yellow dot, so that's only going to have the standard one exit, just go to the right. Alright, moving on, we have our ghost house next. This one does only have one exit, but ghost house can be a bit confusing. So to the right here, go through this door. Now those boos are going to make a platform, so the three ones that are following us, they can make a platform to get yourself up here. And boos, when you look at them, they will stop moving, so that's how you turn it into a platform. You saw me just fly up with the cape though, that's definitely an option as well. Now this next level is one of the weirdest ones in the game because of how the exits work. Basically, a whole bunch of factors determine which areas you load when you go through this pipe. Now I'm going to get through the level pretty quickly, and that means I'll load the secret area in. So the secret area is going to load through here, and you can tell that you got to the secret area because there'll be a bunch of colored blocks all over the place. So that's going to give us the secret exit here that we need. And if you want to get the normal exit in that level, which we'll see later, you basically just need to go slower through the level. There are a whole bunch of different exits that you can get, but the only two that are unique are the normal exit and secret exit. The other factors are just different ways to get those same exits. So heading through this level here, we're just going to slide down and jump up this section. There we go. Alright, with that sort of secret level done, we're just going to head back through here and go and get the normal exit of this level. So we can just go through this bit as normal, but you'll see me wait at this pipe for ages. I'm going to wait until we get down quite a bit of time. I think you only have to wait till 249, but I've waited till 234 here just because that gets me this area here. And then you just go through to the normal exit. It's very counterintuitive when you first play that level. Alright, this level once again will have two exits in it, so we're going to fly up here. And we got our normal exit just there. So the normal exit just loops you back around to the same level, which is kind of weird. So let's go for the secret exit this time. Alright, so we're going to fly underneath this and go past it, and that gets us to the secret exit here. And that actually lets you proceed through this world. Now we're at Chocolate Fortress, so just make your way through here and then we can keep moving on. Alright, so just beat Reznor and then we're moving on to that next level. We got this area here, but this only has the one normal exit. Just keep heading to the right and you should get through to it. Alright, with that level done, we're almost at the end of this island. So we're going to go through to one more normal level and just head through. There we go. And last level of this area is just Wendy's castle here. So it's going to be more helpful if you have some of those red and blue blocks active, and just refer back to earlier in this walkthrough if you need to know where they are. Hopefully you've hit them at this point. So again, you just look for the odd one out on these pipes and you jump on ahead and then you win. Alright, with Chocolate Island done, we're basically going to head through to the last section of the game. So before you head there, you're going to have to do Sunken Ghost Ship level, but then we're into that Bowser area. So just going to head up here through Sunken Ghost Ship. This level's kind of cool because it doesn't end with an ending tape, it ends with like this orb thing that you grab. And basically in this room, the ghosts are going to spawn in 2 positions, so you have to kind of remember where they are in both those positions and just prepare for the other one. It is a predictable pattern, but the first time you play it, it can feel pretty random. So through this section, we're just going to fall all the way down, keep sort of towards the middle, and you'll get this orb to finish the level. There we go. Alright, with that one done, we're going into the Bowser area. We were already in here a few times just with those secret pass-through levels, but now we're in here for real. This world only has the 1 exit, so just head through as per normal. You'll know you're close to the exit when you see these blue blocks here. Just let this dude run through them and you'll head out. There we go. Alright, next one we've got is this one, and it does have the 2 exits. So we're going to head through this first room. And basically head through this rising and falling platform area. Now you will get crushed if you hit the roof or whatever, so make sure you're waiting in the same spots that I'm waiting, and hopefully you can avoid that all. There we go. Now he's going to keep heading to the right here, and that'll be our normal exit for this level. We still have the secret exit to go after this, but we'll come back to that later. Next up, we got this ghost house here, so we're going to head through. Grab the P block and run to the right. So you want to go in this last door here. Now that was a bit tricky getting through there. It can be very difficult. But if not, you can use the block down there to sort of like get through a different way. It's a bit weird how it works. There's a block that can spawn coins, and then you can make like a coin path up there and turn it into blocks. But we'll head back into the ghost house now and go into our normal exit because we just found the secret exit. Alright, so you go through the doors, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go back 1. So it'll be that 4th door in, and that's just the normal exit that we get there. Valley of Bowser 3 is just normal level, so just head to the right here. Alright, moving on, we're going to head up towards the castle. So Valley of Bowser 4, we're up to now. Alright, so there we go, that was the normal exit. And there's also a secret exit to that level, so we'll get that now. The secret exit brings you up to that Star Road area. Alright, so for the secret exit, we're going to need Yoshi here. So grab Yoshi and bring him over. And the key thing is going to be Yoshi's lick ability. So we'll head through. And you're going to lick the key from down there. So that key will get licked, and then just spit it into the hole, and you win the level. That's our secret exit, and that brings us to Star Road, even though we've already been to Star Road. Alright, into this castle area, you're basically going to ride these platforms all across, or if you're really brave, you can fly across like I did there. So just head through this section. And we're into the boss. You just have to hit this boss into the lava. Alright, now at this point we could finish up with this castle, go to Bowser's castle and beat the game, but there's a couple more secret exits we have to go back and get. So you will have that option to go into Bowser, but we're going to head into Valley Bowser 2 and get this secret exit. Just head through the rooms as per normal to start yourself off. Again, you have this scary section with the rising and falling platform inside the wall, so you just got to be careful and make sure not to get too eager with this, otherwise you might die. Here we go. Now once we're through in this area, this is sort of where the secret is. You want to fly up and left over that wall, and then you'll get into this area with the key and keyhole. There we go. And that brings us to the fortress. Alright, so this fortress, you're just going to head through normally. Careful of the falling spikes and the big crushes here. But we'll get through it. And there we go. Just beat Reznor and then we're through. So what's going to happen with this fortress is we're going to unlock the front door and the back door to the Bowser area. And it'll determine how hard the level is. So if you go on the back door here, you're basically going to skip the whole first bit of the level. But if you go on the front door, the first bit of the level has you choose between a few areas to go. So like with the front door, you choose between a few numbered areas and they're like different parts of the level, but you only have to do one of those to get through to the front door. Well, you do like two of those. You do one, then like another one later on. But basically this area, you just have to go and beat Bowser, so it's much easier to use that backdoor entrance to Bowser's castle. Okay, so the fight has 3 phases here. Basically, he's going to throw down the little Mecha Koopas. You jump on them, you throw them up. So that's holding the up button and then hitting the run button to throw them. You then hit him with 2. He comes back, drops a few fireballs, and Peach will throw out a mushroom. And we're going to do the same thing. So he'll drop these bowling balls, just jump over those. And then he'll drop a couple Mecha Koopas again. Jump on those, throw them up at Bowser. Make sure you hit him on the face, and then you're good. Last phase we're going to get, he's going to be like stomping you, but it's basically the same pattern. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And we'll stop and he'll throw a few Mecha Koopas. There we go. Hit him up towards him, and you've won. So yeah, that's basically all 96 exits. So you'll get the credits here, and I'll show you in a sec how you can check that you have got 100% on this game. So if you want to know whether you've 100%ed the game, all you need to do is head back into this title screen and you'll see your files there. If you've got a completed file, then it should say 96 with a star like that, and that's the 96 exits that we got in the game. Alright, so that's going to be pretty much all for this walkthrough. I hope you found it useful in 100%ing the game. If you enjoyed this content, then please consider subscribing to the channel since it helps out a lot. I should have some more videos coming out like it soon. Thanks for watching.